What's going on, YouTube? Ghost Archives back here in the building. Yesterday, I did an album review of Kendrick Lamar's album, GNX, and I wanted to make another video about all the hints and the clues as to why I think that there's going to be another project album dropping here in the very, very near future. It might even be on Black Friday. That's just my assumption. I guess we'll see next week, and I'll get back on camera, and if I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. But so there are a couple of theories as to why this Kendrick album might just be a mixtape, and it sounds like there's an actual album coming from multiple Kendrick affiliates saying this is just the entree. I know Daylight, he posted, "Hey, this is just the appetizer. Get your napkins ready." Also, when we take a look at the trailer for GNX that was dropped on YouTube probably about 5 minutes before the whole album dropped, the song on there is actually not on this project. So he has it's like kind of like a singing intro and whatnot, and then he gets into rapping. On this intro track in the video, you see the GNX, the Grand National car. But there's also another car, and it's not a GNX. I can't really see exactly what model, make, type car it is, but I could tell there's two cars in that video. And then it goes into the GNX, and it starts highlighting it. The only lyrics I really see on this song that kind of points to there being another project is when he says, "See, we're going body for body. I'll hand you a body. I'm probably a better masseuse." Feel like... and then also throughout the album, I feel like that body for body line is like a back for back type reference. You know, we can go back to back. We can go body for body. We can keep trading off projects. We can keep trading off diss songs. We can keep trading off style. I'ma keep winning every single time. So the fact that that song's not on the album, he has two cars on there, one of them not being the GNX, lets me know that he's hinting for there to be a possible another song, and then that body for body. Also, when we go throughout the album, he says a couple of times quid pro quo, and when I looked into what that means, it's like something for something, right? It's kind of like body for body, something for something. I think he says that in Squabble Up. Let me pull it up. Also, so when we get into the second song, Squabble Up, he's talking about IP. So he goes, high key, keep that horn on me, that Kamasi. IP, intellectual property. Ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Like, I really feel like that's him referencing that he got another project. I thought, like, when we first heard that in the snippet of Not Like Us, I definitely thought that. I was like, oh, he has more diss records ready to go, which I do believe. But I think with this being the second song on here, I think that's definitely a hint towards, like, look, man, this is a light pack that I'm throwing out right now. And then on Squabble Up, he says, I got friends, I got foes, but they're all sitting ducks. Hit his turf and get cracking, double back like a deluxe. So I was telling a friend of mine that I think that this could be like the main album, right? But just like We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin, he might do like a deluxe style type album with way more songs. Might not even keep the same songs on here. He might take those off, call it something different, call it a deluxe. I don't know. Maybe we got to look into the car. Yeah, so I think that he's going to double back. I think that he's going to drop an amazing deluxe project or some type of follow-up to it. Also, when we go down to Reincarnated, it says that reflect your gaze. So the Spanish intro singing says that reflect your gaze the night you and I. So it's like it translates as I feel your presence here last night and we start to cry. I think that's kind of interesting. I want to take a look more into what that means. The singer is Dera Barrera. So I think that's something to look into as well. But like I'm going to go over the full song Reincarnated in another video, but I'm just seeing when he's saying, because I mean, if you take a look at this album, he's really on attack mode. He's on war mode. He's showing you how to run a blitz. He's showing you how to make a play. He's bullying the competition in this. But when you get into Reincarnated, you know, he has a conversation with God as Lucifer, and he basically repurposes music for his own. But I just think that last line, I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back, reincarnated, like carnated, actually, not reincarnated, but carnated is actually a different meaning to it. But I think that, so some Christians read Ezekiel 28 together with Isaiah 14 to imply that Lucifer was the angel of music before being kicked out of heaven. The idea was made popular by Ellen White, the co-founder of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and has since become an extra-biblical mythology for most Christians. So if we're talking about reincarnated, and we're talking about Tupac and how he was reincarnated, like, you know, how he's rapping like damn near a reincarnated Tupac, I'm sitting here thinking like, all right, well, what's 7 days from the 22nd? It's Black Friday. And then I'm thinking about Machiavelli, and immediately when you look at the read of what this album is, it's a Machiavellian album from Kendrick. So I'm like, is he really about to do a 7-day theory style move right now? Like, what? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he's about to drop another album in 7 days, do a 7-day theory, be reincarnated, and drop like a better album? I think he's gonna drop a better album. Another reason why I think he's gonna drop another album before I get off here, there are a lot of songs on here that are like GNX being the title track of this album. There's no Kendrick verse on there. Hey Now, the Kendrick verses are extremely short. Peekaboo, you know, the Kendrick verse. Actually, I think Peekaboo, he snapped on that. No, actually, I think it's more of an AZ Chike song, and Kendrick's more on the ad-libs on that song. So I feel like just down to the songs themselves, like the amount of contribution that Kendrick put in there. Obviously, it's a Kendrick album, but I feel like Kendrick has put way more effort into his music to where it's like, it almost seems like he's really just scratching the surface of what he's about to do with this project, which isn't bad at all, because this entire project is quality. That's the only reason I keep saying this is the only reason I feel like there might not be another project, is because of how good this project is. So, and then the last thing is the pacing of the album. Usually Kendrick has a narrative, some type of thing to tie the entire album through and through. And then the last two songs, not saying that they were underwhelming, but I feel like Kendrick always leaves off his albums with a lot stronger statement. Gloria, obviously, was a great song. It's a ballad to his pen and his girl. GNX, again, that's like a ode to the West Coast. He got Peso on there. He got Young Threat on there. He got Hit J3 on there. So I feel like he's kind of checking off a lot of boxes when it comes to this project. But when it comes to like a Kendrick fan and somebody who really understands his discography, I feel like there are some boxes left open for us, because I feel like he's leaving us wanting more. He's leaving us thinking, damn, this is fire, but there's no way this is it. There's no way this is it. This album feels really recently recorded. I know GNX, the beat was sent over like 2 days before the album dropped. This morning I woke up and my friend told me that the GNX, like the beat itself on Apple Music, has been updated. That's true. And then a lot of these songs feel recently recorded. Whacked Out Murals, we know that the actual mural of Kendrick Lamar that got spray painted up only happened back in like October or September or something like that. And then on top of that, the GNX beat was sent over 2 days before the album dropped. And then if you look at the tweet from somebody from his label tweeted out, the label didn't know he was dropping an album until today. With the very minimal marketing, it just seems like he threw out an album. He threw out a mixtape to let us know that he's not the one to fuck with. Even his B-sides are better than everything that everyone else might be dropping. I'm really saying, like, it might be this album, Soul Burger, Blue Lips. We can bring Blue Lips down a notch. Soul Burger, Tyler's album. Man, we're eating good this year. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Kendrick's gonna drop another project? What are some indicators that make you guys think that he might be dropping another project as well? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and you hit that notification bell so that way you know every time I drop a new video. Next video, I want to get into Lil Wayne's response, Top Dog's response, and the song itself, Whacked Out Murals. Until next time, if you've watched this long, I love you. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday.